What's up, friends? Shut this office door. My daughter is having her teenage conversation out there. And I started hearing it. I was like, let's talk about something. I am headed out. I was just popping online in between my running of errands today. And I want to share something inspired by a conversation I had yesterday. And this woman she's fabulous, like you that's listening, right? We all are fabulous in our ways. And she's fabulous. And she was sharing that she had a course ready. It was ready. It was like ready to go, ready to share with the world. She had it ready ever since June. And she just could not get past this self-limiting ideas and these talks about women don't need this. Women don't want this. And she kept referring to it in public. These are her words. That it was just like a side thing. Like when people would ask her, well, what do you do? What are you excited about? She would say other things and then she would share this thing kind of like it was back burner. It was on the shelf. And now that she's sharing it, it seems like I was like, this is you. This is who you are. When I speak to you, I'm like, this is who she is. Like, I feel it. It's in you. It's what you're meant to be doing. And I want to share this message because the amount of women and men, but I talk to women here, the amount of women that right here, right now, have a call on their heart to do something, to change someone else's life, to change their life, to make a video, to write a book, to start something. The amount is like, I can't even imagine. It's such a there's so many women like that, especially right now in this time and space where we have been forced to look at life differently. We've been forced to look at life differently. Hi, Sarka. We've been forced to look at life differently. And that means that we're starting to ask new questions. And I know that some of you are questioning, how can I live a life that allows me to live my best life in this lifetime? Like, you don't want to die with the music in you, as I think it's Wayne Dyer that says that. Correct me if I'm wrong. We don't want to allow life to pass us by, wondering what could happen, what could be. And for me, I just have this, I don't know, I have an ability to light a fire under women's asses because it's like I know what it's like to be on that tipping point and know that you feel something that you can't deny. You feel something that you cannot deny. Yet it still feels challenging to walk the path, to step forward, to share the thing. And there's parts of your journey that are going to feel hard, and we just want to avoid the hard. That's like a human tendency. We're like, what's the path of least resistance? While I am all about the path of least resistance in many ways, when it comes to creating and radically transforming your life, to having a quantum shift in your life, to showing up and starting to do the things in your life, in your business, and having a big lifestyle quantum shift, you've got to do some things that are going to feel hard, and it's not because they're necessarily laborious, right? Like, it's not like you necessarily have to go out there and lift, cut down 10 trees and carry all the logs home. Like, you are not maybe going to be breaking a sweat and having hard hands because of it, but you are going to be required to get beyond yourself and to get beyond your limitations and to stop telling yourself the limiting stories, stop painting the limiting pictures in your head, and you must believe in yourself. And I want to just impart this to you today. You likely have some people online, people on TV, people in your life that you believe in. You believe in them. If they say they're going to do something, they do it. When they share a big idea, you're like, oh my God, they can pull it off. When you see them doing something that is scary or creating a big outcome, you're like, of course, it's them. And I want you to think about that for a moment. Who are those people in your life, right? Like, I shared this with my ladies in Miracle Worker Method. I had this thing called my Soul's Mastermind where I imagined, like what would Marie Forleo say? What would Oprah say? What would Marianne Williamson say? These were women that when I was brand new on my journey, I really looked up to what they were doing. And I was like, these are women that at some given time, they weren't always these successful beings. They weren't always this. They're people just like you, just like me. And we have to understand that we're all on even playing ground when it comes to connection to source, connection to the infinite. When we know that, we can stop putting other people up there and putting yourself down here and thinking you don't have what it takes. The only thing that you may not have, and it's not because it's not available to you, it's because you may not be willing to fully embrace it. It's courage, it's faith. Courage and faith are all that we need because everything else within us can be accessed, right? Like you get one first breadcrumb. The first breadcrumb is try that, start that, say that. Then you won't know the next breadcrumb until you take that breadcrumb. Why would another breadcrumb show up for you when you haven't even walked the first step on the path? The path is revealed. The path is illuminated for those who are willing to walk it, right? That's like one of my little Instagram quotables. But it's so true. So I want you to think about this. Who have you been giving more faith and belief than your own self? And I want you to put yourself on that list. Put yourself on that list and begin to speak to yourself, to see yourself, to give yourself the same belief that you give to strangers on the internet just because they've already walked the path. They've just walked it already. Just like me, I've done the beginning steps in my business, in my journey. So it seems easier now for me to sell things. It seems easier now for me to jump on video. What people don't know is the months and months where I would record videos and delete them. And I would think that I'm not good enough. My background's not enough. My hair, my face, my teeth, whatever. It was all of that story. It's bullshit. It's really bullshit. So what I want to just invite you to do is to reframe the way that you're looking at your gifts. And as we're closing this year out, I want you to give a conscious scan of the way you've been treating your God-given nudges, the God-given gifts, your God-given abundance that's coming your way. Because some of you have a life-changing nudge that has been knocking on the door of your consciousness for a very long time, but you keep shutting the door. You aren't opening it. You're like, nope, I'm not willing. Nope, I don't want to do that. But at the same time, you're simultaneously complaining about your lifestyle or wondering why you have to keep doing things you don't want to do, or why does life feel so heavy? I'll tell you this. When you do not honor your potential and you do not embrace it and you do not step forward in faith, here's what happens. Frustration, jealousy, envy. You get depressed. You get anxious because your potential will haunt you. Your potential will haunt you all day because it's basically saying, look at this. You might see it in someone else. You may see someone else's business. You may see someone else's creation, someone else's yes, manifest it. And what you may not realize is that you've never given it a full-on yes yet. So give yourself that opportunity. And for the ladies that are listening to this and that you are a woman who is someone you consider yourself to be a modern medicine woman. You're a woman that's bringing medicine in beautiful ways, whether it's energy, through your words, through your healing, through your teaching. You know that right now there's a movement and that we are all shifting into more feminine ways of being. There's a balance, a harmonizing that's happening. And in my coaching, in the work that I do, it started off very masculine because that's all I knew, because the masculine energy like dominates the personal development world. And what's happening is the spiritual is just taking over. I wouldn't say it's taking over. It's just the influence is growing because there's a need and there's a desire for it. So if you're a woman who is like, yes, I am ready to do this, but I've been shelving it. And maybe you're someone that doesn't even tell other people about it. Maybe you're a woman that already has a business, but you're like low key overdoing your coaching the way that you've been doing it. and you feel like it's not fulfilling, it's not connecting the way that it once did, and you want to go deeper. These are natural calls that there are women having right now, men too, but women are having this because it's needed right now. It's needed. I'm checking the time because I have a sauna appointment. It's needed. More people, business, and all forms of growth in all ways in life, it's needed. So if you are a woman that's like, I'm ready to get off my butt, or I'm ready to get out of my way and do things bigger, bolder, more expansive, but also with more flow, with more feminine grace and ease, and to live in a space of mastery and alignment, I invite you to explore the Miracle Worker Method as it comes out and as I start speaking about it more, because we're opening up for round 2 with a limited amount of people so that I can really coach you and support you in your business and in your work, and for you to learn my method and take it into your work, take it into the world, and just add it to whatever it is that you're already doing, because it's only going to amplify. It's only going to amplify the good you're doing. All right, my friends, so I got to run. Thank you for listening to this word. It just came through as I was sitting at the desk, and I'm glad I got to share it with you. If it benefits you or someone you think would benefit from it, please share it. All right, friends, bye.